There we go.
Well equipped for bandits, but dead is dead and the road is clear. Captain Jevon needs to know of this. Back to the barracks for your just reward.
But no, I want to loot things. And we're not going to go there. Varric, you're a rogue. You're meant to be the one spotting the traps. Terrible at this. So I think what we'll do is we'll go and drop off Flemeth's. Oh, well done. Thank you for finally noticing one of these. Then again, it does make a bit more sense, because I think in Origins it was just to kind of you spot it, whereas this one's a bit more... Oh, well, yeah, let's go up. As we're here, it makes sense. Drop off our... And Varric is the only one who wasn't there, so I think Aveline would understand. We'll keep going. Give them Flemeth's... Well, Flemeth's dead now. Flemeth must be dead. Because, well, I mean, what was it in Witch Hunt? Is don't like wait for a couple of centuries and then you can say you've killed her. But well, we got her, and I don't know what we'd actually achieve now. Oh dear. Sorry. Oh dear. You doing well? Are we doing alright? Oh no, Winter's Grasp, that one. Maybe we should kill the poisonous one thinking about it. That went well. Kind of. Oh, a bit of elf fruit over here. Not sure what, if anything, we're going to do with the elf fruit. Crafting resource discovered, elf fruit. Yes. Dalish. Aha.
Old Shemlin, your kind are not welcome among the Dalish.
You're Scottish, aren't you? What did you call me?
What's a Shemlin?
An elven slur for human.
It means you're not one of the people, and you should leave now.
Try a place where that accent is. I think it's Scottish. And what are the Dalish?
Who are you people?
We are the last of the elven.
Keep that in mind, Hawk. Elves you see elsewhere, figments of your imagination.
They have given up their identity to live among Shemlin. They're elven no more.
So these are Celts. Based on the accents. They've gone with Celts. So can I go in? I don't want any trouble, but I need to return this artifact.
I was given an amulet for someone named Marethari.
How do you know that name?
Wait, this is the one the Keeper spoke of.
A Shemlin? I thought he'd be an elf.
Enter the camp. Keeper Marethari has been waiting for you.
Cause trouble, and you'll meet our blades, stranger.
I wasn't given the option of elf. Probably would have picked human anyway, but...
Marethari, I was told to bring you this amulet.
Andarana Tishan, travelers. Indeed, I am Keeper Marethari. Let me look at you. There's truth in your face. A rare thing in a human.
Thank you.
Tell me how this burden fell to you, child.
So you were expecting me?
Your guards said you spoke of me. How did you know I was coming?
I listened to the wind, to the birds, as the hunters do, to my dreams. I watched the stars.
An astrologer.
There is great wisdom to be found all around us, if you know how to listen for it. But I was not certain. Nothing is certain.
What does the amulet do?
exactly what have I been carrying around? Is it magic?
It is a promise, child. Made by one whose word still has weight. And therefore, it has terrible power. There are few things in this world stronger than a promise kept. Remember that.
I'd probably go with a nuke. A gun. They're more powerful. I mean, not in, obviously, Dragon Age, they don't have guns, but while I concur with the sentiment behind promises should be kept, and they're very powerful things, and trust is a really big thing, yeah, I think if I had the choice, I'd probably go with the promise kept, actually. Right. I always keep my promises.
This amulet's owner rescued my family from the Blight. In return, I agreed to bring it to you.
I honor you for coming to me. But I'm afraid your part in this is not done yet. The amulet must be taken to an altar at the top of the mountain and given a Dalish rite for the departed. Then, return the amulet to me. Do this and your debt will be repaid.
Are you going to teach me this rite for the departed?
I will send my first with you. She will see to it the ritual is done. And when it is complete, I must ask that you take her with you when you go.
So we're getting a new companion who's an elf. Okay. Who are you sending?
Who is your first? First of what?
Your people would call her my apprentice, or heir. Merrill would have taken my place as keeper.
Would have?
But she has chosen a new path. Please, guide her safely from here.
Oh, Merrill. She was the mage from the Dalish elf origin, wasn't she? Oh, so this must be the same clan. Okay, as you wish.
If that's what you want.
It isn't what I want, but it is what she wants. You will find Merrill waiting for you on the trail just up the mountain. Dareth Shirai.
So that means we'll have a... Oh, we'll have to get... So that'll give us another mage, I suppose. Tale of Eloran. Let's have a look. The Tale of Eloran. In the days after the rising of Zazakel, the Dark Ones covered every corner of the land. The Archdemon drove all the nations of the world before him, Shemlin and Elven alike. In the far north, where the hills wander the plains, and the earth is entirely baked beneath the uncaring sun, the lands which the Shemlin call Andorfels, a clan of our people lived, struggling to survive the blight. Eloran was their keeper, a hunter in his younger days. Crafty as any wolf, he led his people always just ahead of the Darkspawn who chased them. But the old hunter knew that even Hala cannot run forever. They must turn and fight or be run down. At the foot of the Madain, the Darkspawn cornered Eloran's clan. That night, the moon was strangled by clouds, the earth concealed by a dread mist that rose out of nowhere, so that the Elven could not tell up from down. In the confusion, the Darkspawn attacked. But Eloran had prepared for them. All around the camp, the hunters had strewn dry grass, brush, and brambles. When the sound of rustling footfalls began, Eloran and the other Haran called upon the old magic. They struck out with lightning, and though the bolts missed the Darkspawn, they hit their targets all the same. Fire. The sea of kindling lit, and not one of the dark creatures made it through the fire to reach Eloran's clan. I'm going to talk to this Terath, because you are named.
Watch your steps, yeah. You don't know how many Dalish arrows are trained on you right now.
Fair enough.
Something about this whole creepy ancient magic thing makes me nervous.
If you have a plan, get to it.
I don't have a plan.
I feel like there's a different law at work in this place. Someone else's rules.
Where are we going? We're going up that way, so we won't.
Then it's rubbish.
Alathan, Part 1. Before the ages were named or numbered, our people were glorious and eternal and never changing. Like the great oak tree, they were constant in their traditions, strong in their roots, ever reaching for the sky. They felt no need to rush when life was endless. They worshipped their gods for months at a time. Decisions came after decades of debate, and an introduction could last for years. From time to time, our ancestors would drift into centuries-long slumber. But this was not death, for we know they wandered the fade in dreams. In those ages, our people called all the land Elvenan, which in the old language means place of our people. And at the centre of the world stood the great city of Arlathan, a place of knowledge and debate, where the best of the ancient elves would go to trade knowledge, greet old friends, and settle disputes that had gone on for millennia. But while our ancestors were caught up in the forever cycle of ages, drifting through life at what we today would consider an intolerable pace, the world outside the lush forests and ancient trees was changing. The humans first arrived from Par Vollen to the north. Called Shemlen, or Quicklings, by the ancient, the humans were pitiful creatures whose lives blinked by in an instant. When they first met the elves, the humans were brash and warlike, quick to anger and quicker to fight, with no patience for the unhurried pace of elven diplomacy. But the humans brought worse things than war with them. Our ancestors proved susceptible to human diseases, and for the first time in history, elves died of natural causes. What's more, those elves who spent time bartering and negotiating with humans found themselves aging, tainted by the humans' brash and impatient lives. Many believed that the ancient gods had judged them unworthy of their long lives and cast them down among the Quicklings. Our ancestors came to look upon the humans as parasites, which I understand is similar to the way the elves see our people in the cities. The ancient elves immediately moved to close Elvenan off from the humans, for fear that this quickening effect would crumble the civilization. And craftsmaster. Stuff to buy and sell. The wooden staff is probably worse enough. Yes. Also the fact it's somewhat affordable. That is better, but you can't use it, and I can't afford it. What's the difference? A bit more armor. That is better, but I need more. I do have more money than I thought I did, which is good. I'll equip that, I think. Wait. Oh, apparently it's a. Why is it under weapons? Doesn't look particularly nice, but... What's that? I don't know. I really don't. Right. So that's where Merrill is, I'm guessing. We're going to see what's up this way. That's off to another way.
Do you do anything?
Am I the next stop in your career evaluations? Joy of joys.
You watch and you talk. Is that it?
You are dismissing hallmarks of both the utterly ineffectual and the incredibly dangerous.
I don't know what you mean.
It means coins flow when I talk and when I shut up. Like if you got paid to guard or unguard.
That makes no sense.
Good.
Why is the ground black here? Is that meant to be a really rubbish shadow? No, I think it's a bug. Okay, there's nothing else here. Let's go and talk to Merrill. Do this mission. Sorry, Carver, that means you're not going to be included. I need a rogue for the vague suggestion. Yeah, let's just go. I should probably... This is the problem with having a character known for the surname, is if you have a relative of them who has the same surname, it just gets really weird.
Wonderful.
I am Master Island, a crafter for this clan. Forced to stay so close to this Shemlen city, I've seen my share of outsiders pass through our camp. Is there something you needed?
Tell me about your trade.
Are you a specialist? What sort of things do you make? A Dalish crafter does many things. We create weapons, armor, anything our clan has need of.
Okay.
I don't need anything right now. Of course.
Actually, I should probably sell my rubbish. Yeah, there's nothing else I can do. Right.
Dalish crafting is second to none, I assure you.
Of course you do. There's Merrill. Merrill. Oh.
Oh, I didn't hear. You must be the one the keeper told me about. Another.
I'm so sorry. I didn't ask your name. Unless... It's not rude to ask a human their name, is it? I'm Merrill, which you probably knew already. I'm rambling, sorry.
Okay, she has a Welsh accent that I think the Welsh accent is beautiful. Who are you?
We didn't get a proper introduction.
I am... or was, I suppose. The first to keep a Marethari. I've studied the old ways for as long as I can remember. I know things. The law of the Dalish that can help us get to the summit of Sandernort.
Sorry, I'm so excited. I'm guessing she's a companion. You know, the whole kind of leaving the clan. And what was that?
Did you hear that strange noise?
Oh, I didn't hear anything.
Staring at you over my glasses. What's the matter?
You seem awfully nervous.
I've never met a human before. Dalish mothers frighten their children with stories about you, you know. Not you, personally, of course. I'm sure they don't have any tales about you. Or not scary ones, at least. Not that you're not notable enough to have a story. I'll just shut up.
Why leave your clan?
Why are you leaving the Dalish for Kirkwall?
I have to. Let's leave it at that for now, alright?
Have you done something wrong?
I get the feeling you're in trouble.
It's not like that. Not exactly, anyway. The Keeper and I have disagreements. But it will sort itself out in time.
Okay. Well, it's nice to meet you.
My name is Hawk. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Sparrowhawk.
Thank you. I'm afraid I'm not very experienced with your kind. The Keeper said you came from Ferelden. I spent most of my life there. We only came north a few years ago. Have you been in the Free Marches long? Do you like it here?
Could be worse. Could be worse.
I miss the cold and the dirt. Kirkwall's not brown enough for me. But hey, no darkspawn.
Ferelden wasn't that brown. The dirt and muck gave it character. We should go. Your task is for Asher Bellinar. It's not wise to make her wait.
Have you met Asher Bellinar?
Do you know the witch who sent me here?
No, not personally. My people tell stories of her, though.
Oh, they're the scary ones.
Very lucky. Most people who meet Asher Bellinar wind up in little pieces, hanging from the trees.
Right. And you know about my task.
I take it you've been expecting me to bring this amulet for some time.
The Keeper brought us here to wait for you. I don't know much more than that. I do know that you have Asher Bellinar's amulet, and we must bring it to the altar on the mountaintop. Nothing more.
Tell me about this rite. What are we going to be doing?
What do we have to do with the amulet?
It's a funeral of sorts. I'll perform it when we get to the mountaintop. Getting there is the tricky part. Our hunters haven't been able to reach the summit. Dark things are about.
Okay. So we're going to be fighting our way to the top. Okay, ready to go.
Let's get this over with.